game, and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks return team didn't help matters out much there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Gamecocks are on the move. They're going to run it. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. First down and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. He wants to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. To get off the field on third down. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Law. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. He wants to throw it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown time!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They go to the draw. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bama! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by them. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He looks that one in nicely. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Powers through the defender. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. With the catch, it's Law. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a few touchdown lead at 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive.
Nothing but green ahead. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll immediately call timeout. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They're going to leave the field goal kicker on the sideline and try to walk to the dressing room with a first half ending touchdown. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Simpson. Feeling some heat. Going back to the well, another deep ball. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense.
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. And he will take it in. Touchdown Tide. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. South Carolina, 14. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He makes the connection. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
Running it back, it's Hale. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback checking off. To the air on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Shakes off the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Snagged in the middle. It's long. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they can continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these.
Oh, look out! And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the back. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. See if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He lofts one down the sideline. And that pass intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it at the 25. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 1 over ULM. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got it.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Running through contact. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you've got to finish the deal. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Law. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform. Everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not one, not two, not three. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown time! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make it.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man down the middle. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all